Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, while looking for stories, I came across this one about, or the title from CBS News that says, Trump, potential VP pick and former actress swarm Iowa ahead of the caucuses. And as I was reading through it, it's like, okay, what do we got here? For potential VP pick, and it was South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Okay, Roseanne Barr and Eric Trump. You know, there's a there's a triad of awesomeness. But as I was scanning down the page and I saw Kristi Noem's picture that they had in here, I was struck by how much she looks like Melania. Her eyes are rounder, bigger, but you know, the hairstyle, the age, and it's like, it looks like Melania. And I couldn't shake the feeling that it's like when I was looking at it, like, that, I think that might be his VP pick. So I just want to do a quick little throw on Kristi Noem to see if that's who Donald Trump picks as his vice president. When I did look it up, like I was trying to say, what's he said about her on Twitter and such, what I was finding was Kristi Noem's post on Twitter saying that, you know, if Donald Trump asked her to be the vice president, she would say yes. She would eagerly say yes. And I think that's exactly the type of person that Donald Trump would want to have as his VP. It's, you know, she's different. She's got a different energy than Marjorie Taylor Greene or, good, I'm drawing a blank on the name now. The woman from Arizona, Carrie Lake. Yeah. It's... Let's see what we got. Come on down. Entertainment purposes only on that. Kristi Noem. Would Kristi Noem be Donald Trump's 2024 vice presidential candidate if he was nominated? Happy days are here again. He'd like it. I think he'd think they would be a perfect couple. And I say that with Melania wanting to divorce him, and then he'd be a perfect couple. Now, the fact that she's married and has 3 kids, I'm sure won't stop him at all. But yeah, I think there's an Iowa match made in heaven, and I believe she's crazy MAGA too. So they really are. They're really a pair. She's younger. She's 51 years old or something like that. I saw. She's very much a Trumper and a MAGA type person. And for those not understanding the Page of Cups, that's a card that I have for that represents MAGA in my deck. But, you know, again, looking at things weirdly, just like Trump does, it's kind of like a perfect marriage for him. Queen of Swords. Yeah, and she's the governor of South Dakota, so she's got political chops about her. Now, mind you, Mike Pence was a governor too, and I think it's fitting into that same mold. Now, I do not suspect that she is the type of person who, you know, it would be as meek as Mike Pence. I suspect she would be a bit tougher than that, but she's much better looking than Mike Pence from Donald Trump's point of view, so I'm sure he's willing to forgo that. It's also funny because I could picture this being Melania and their relationship, and it's almost like he's coming up with a younger, softer Melania. In the past, we got the Two of Wands. This is like that opportunity presenting itself. So I think he's been considering his VP candidate. And I think he's been considering her for that. And I think she's also considered it and would again agree to it. Current situation, King of Swords. Well, what might throw a wrench in this works is all the court cases that Donald Trump has to deal with. He doesn't have the nomination yet by any stretch of the imagination, although he's well ahead in Iowa. This could be one. No, you got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords. If she's going to be the Queen of Swords, he has to be the King of Swords because, of course, he has to be the person in charge, and he has to be greater than a woman because, well, he's a guy, you know, and that's just the way it is. But I do think he's seriously considering it. overarching, yeah, I think it's funny because he would think that I'm nominating a female VP and he's going to be the first guy to ever nominate a female VP. And even though that's not true, either on the Republican side or the Democratic side, he thinks that this is, out of the box thinking type of stuff, and that she would really help him. I also think that he would probably make sure that if she's his VP, that she will grant him a pardon if he, for some reason, needs to leave the White House. He's got somebody who would be willing to basically sacrifice her career as the South Dakota governor to be his VP. And to be learned is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I think he's going to go forward with an offer. I think he really does. He's going to want to go forward with an offer. And, forgive me, and please don't, this is you might want to turn your audio off on this if you're eating or you don't want to spit your coffee out. But if he weren't married to Melania, he might want to be married to her so they could be the first married power couple, something creepy like that. Outcome, yeah, Hierophant. He's going to ask her. He's going to ask her and she's going to say yes. Again, from her point of view, she would be one step away from being the president of the United States. Donald Trump is not in the greatest of health. And, and he's got a lot of problems going on. I think that she would accept the offer to be his running mate. I really do. Okay. What is her energy like compared to Melania? I'm kind of curious. Do a challenge reading on this one. Or does he view... Or maybe I'll just ask this instead. Does Donald Trump find her attractive? Does he feel like she looks like Melania? Is he attracted to her in that way? Holding on to his money, holding on to stuff, holding on to his opinions. He's not the type of person... He's the type of person who would tell her she's very attractive right to her face. Holding on. Contracting, not expanding. What's crossing that? The Fool card. It's like he wants... It would almost be like he's trying to hold on to his marriage, but at the same time, he wants a new start. So it's like you got Melania here trying to hold on to his money, so he doesn't have to pay Melania, but at the same time, he wants to have a dalliance here. Yeah, he thinks a lot of himself, and he thinks that if he tries for her, he's going to get her. Ugh, yuck. I'll just do a 4-carder with a challenge. There's that Hangman card again. Oh, that victory, that looking at me card. Yeah, he wants it, but he's worried about his money. Because he's got prenups and stuff like that with Melania. His family money is under assault. He would really like to have that female company, and I think he'd like to have that female vice president, and be married to her, and again have that sort of power couple. But I don't think he's going to ever get that far. I don't think she's going to leave her husband for him. And I don't think his campaign's ever going to get that far. It might be like if he makes a move on her, she puts the kibosh on it right away. She says no, something he's not used to hearing. Yeah. I think if he made a move on her, she would say no. She'll take the VP. She'll take the VP job, but she's not going to want. She's not going to want relations with that guy. Probably because, she's already has a career in political savvy. She doesn't need to sleep with him in order to be the VP. You know what I mean? And, if she can leverage Melania to keep that guy running scared. He will fantasize about. Let's put it this way: he will fantasize about it. He might even make a move. If he does, she's going to put the kibosh on it. But I do think that he will offer her the VP position, and I think she will take it. Okay, so leave it at that. Don't want to know anymore. All right, thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for your likes and your shares and your comments and everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so my video makes it out to a wider audience. 2 people just discovering this channel or have recently discovered this channel. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. If you want to see some international readings, I've started a new channel called Tarot of the 7 Seas. The little boxes over here. Go ahead and click on the link and check it out. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.